All right, here we go. June 1st. Got the smoker going. Let's give the bees a little smoke and get into hive number 1 here. That's a good sign. We got the lid sealed down nicely. Oh, look at all those bees in the box, top box. Hopefully you can see that. If not, maybe now you can. Yeah, let's give them some smoke. Give them a few minutes. And we'll take a look. Like I said in the intro, but in case you didn't watch that for some reason, I added this honey super to number 1 last week, or actually 2 weeks ago, May 16th. So I'm very curious to see what the bees have brought in within the last 2 weeks. If it's like number 4 or number 3, one of those 2 hives. One of them completely drew out a shallow, minus the very last frame, because I didn't have a plastic foundation running through the frame. I just had fishing line, and they completely drew that out. However, I didn't have a queen excluder in, and that's where they put most of the brood out of that entire shallow. The rest of the box, we'll get to it later, but the rest of the box had some drawn wax, and they filled that with nothing but nectar and cured it to honey, like I said, within 2 weeks. So very hopeful that the other hives can duplicate such success. And I do not have a queen excluder on this, so let me check the inner cover real quick. I don't see the queen there. Yeah, I won't put a queen excluder on right away because I want the bees, I don't know, some people refer to queen excluders as honey excluders. So usually coming out of the spring, I'll add a box, a shallow or a medium, without a queen excluder to really get the bees up in the box to entice them to draw out wax and, do their thing. And then once they have a nice foundation, and typically you can find brood in there as well, I'll go behind them and add a queen excluder so they can backfill the cells. All right, let's take a look, see and see how the bees are doing. So 2 weeks, and I'll be able to tell you real quick which, is this a medium or hard to say. And I said this in a previous video, it's a little earlier in the day than usual for me, so the light is dappled, still trying to come out from behind the trees here. So it's casting some shadows that I'm not used to. But this hive is definitely picked up the brood production, that's for sure. It started out real slow earlier this year. If you look back at some of those earlier videos, queen was just very slow going, and naturally I was concerned for them, but they got their act together. Don't do that. They got their act together real quick, and they're actually doing pretty darn well. So I'm trying to make some room for myself too. I'll just set that right there. It looks like they're packing away some nice nectar in the top box here, but like I said, I don't have a queen excluder, so I have to actively look for the queen in these frames. Hopefully I can find her. Most likely she's down in the bottom box by now. But as soon as I find her, I plan on caging her and I'll add a queen excluder today so this colony can solely store nectar and cure it to honey in the top box. And as I'm saying all this, I do not remember if she is marked. I've had quite a few hives swarm earlier this year, so I can't remember which colonies have marked queens now. They all did coming out of the winter, but the swarm rate this year was pretty intense. It looks like they're just packing nectar. I don't see any signs of brood or anything. As I say that, there's a very small patch of brood right there. It's not capped yet. So the queen has definitely made her way to the top box. Just a little bit though. Because this foundation, if you can't tell, it's white, which I usually run black foundation because it's very easy to see eggs. White foundation, not so much. So I'll just go frame by frame. Maybe I'll find her, maybe I won't. The shadows here are not helping. Yeah, this is a more natural foundation for people that are interested in that kind of stuff, but it definitely makes it difficult to determine how much wax they're drawing out, and finding eggs is nearly impossible at this point. Alright, let's get them put back together. I don't think the queen's in the top box here, so let's go ahead and remove this. Just give them some light smoke. Set the top box aside and just go through the bottom box kind of quickly. Yeah, it doesn't have much weight to it. They're still in the process of drawing out the wax and everything. That's a nice sight. Extremely calm. Let's see how long that lasts. Alright, as you saw, outside frame. Nice food stores between nectar and pollen. Just looking for that one bee. A nice capped brood there. Just trying to look down into the open cells. I don't see any eggs. It looks like they may have cleaned out those cells recently, anticipating the queen coming through and using the available cells to lay an egg in. Oh, that's nice. And same thing there. Looks like they're making those cells available for her. Just nice frames of brood. This queen's doing a very nice job. It's another nice frame. Between the capped brood, some pupated larvae. Just gonna give them a little more smoke because they're definitely starting to fly a little more. I think they're realizing what's happening. Seal down. Nice frame too. I don't know if I've said this before. I don't know if they pick up on like the frequency or something, but they just love the camera. Alright, 3 more frames. 2 frames. I think more smoke is needed. I was attracted to drones running around just because they're much larger. So when you're on the hunt for the queen, looking for a larger bee, definitely figure out. Just wait to it. Kind of tummy at the top there. Alrighty, well, I guess she's gonna go unseen this time. No signs of queen cells or queen cups, which is a good thing. Let me try and go down here, get away from some of the bees. And I would have probably given it a little more effort to find a queen if I thought that there was more of a need to add a queen excluder to capitalize on honeysucker. But considering they still have quite a bit of work to do in the top box, which is going to act as a super hopefully eventually, if not just a brood chamber extension, I'd be more concerned about finding the queen. But since they have quite a bit of work ahead of them still for the top box, not terribly worried about it. All right, yeah, hey, that does it for June 1st. Hive 1. They're queen right. Couldn't find her, but there's enough signs that they have a laying queen. And especially no signs of swarm cells or queen cups is always a good thing. So hey, yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. We're about 50 subscribers away from hitting 1,000. Most of our views right now, it's about 50-50 between subscribers and folks that aren't subscribed. So we'd like to kind of keep swinging the needle to more views coming from subscribers. So please subscribe. If you like the video, hit the thumbs up. If you hit the bell, of course, you'll receive notifications of future videos. And if you have any comments, leave them in the comment section. I try to engage with the audience, especially if folks have questions or whatever the case may be. Thanks for watching. Cole's Farm, Jacksonville, North Carolina.